Matt Luke is one of the more respected names across college football. He, of course, played offensive line at Ole Miss, ascended to head coach, and that was in the aftermath of the Hugh Freeze scandal. Really stabilized the program, brought some class and integrity back to Ole Miss football. Moves on to Georgia as offensive line coach and was instrumental in forming of course, that tremendous Georgia offensive line that won a national championship. But Matt Luke has decided to step down.
Yeah, we're certainly going to miss Matt Luke. The players love this guy. He's a big, for lack of a better term, he's kind of a big teddy bear. Matt Luke was a favorite even among the fans. You know, when you saw him out there, you could tell he just really cared about the kids. But as norm with successful football programs, you have the coaching carousel. Good coaches come to Georgia and they become great coaches, and then they get hired away. Nick Saban's been dealing with this for years, and I think Kirby Smart has done a pretty good job dealing with this. Georgia also loses Dan Lanning, so our offensive, our defensive coordinator is now the head coach at Oregon. Mel Tucker is now a head coach at Michigan State. Sam Pittman is now a head coach at Arkansas. So you're seeing kind of the same format of what you saw go through Alabama. You would see great coaches go to Alabama. They would good coaches. They would come out great coaches, and they would go head coach somewhere, just like Kirby Smart. So and Shane Beamer. So not Shane Beamer. Is it Shane Beamer? I think it was Shane Beamer. I could be wrong.
At South Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you see head coach Will Muschamp is another guy. When you see these coaches that go through these quality programs and they end up moving up in their career, it is to be expected. So when you hire a quality up-and-coming coach or veteran coach, you can expect that at some point they're going to leave the program. I was actually pretty surprised that it looks like we're going to keep Todd Monken another season, so I was pretty surprised about that. Georgia losing offensive line coach Matt Luke was a little bit of a surprise, but with the NIL impact coming into play, it really adds another layer of the things that have to be done in college football for the coaching staff, the recruiting, the NIL, working with the players, keeping guys on track, on task. It's just more and more and more. And so you're going to see, just like Kirby Smart alluded to in an interview, he stated, he's like, you're going to see really good guys just go back pro because it's so much less work. So with that being the case, Georgia has really done a good job of filling in those gaps. Now, Georgia is looking at 3 different coaches right now. They have 3 different coaches on the horizon to what they think they want to bring in for an offensive line coach. Now, I have my favorite. I think you probably have your favorite here, but I'm going to tell you there's one I absolutely don't want. There's Will Friend from Auburn. There is Eric Mateos from Baylor, and then there is Greg Studraw. And I apologize if I say the name wrong, but
I think you're on the money with the pronunciation. Yep.
Well, thank you. Studraw was is the offensive line coach for the incredible the Ohio State. He has been around for a long time. He's been at Ohio State for 6 seasons. They're ranked 6th nationally among Power 5 teams. He has 8 consecutive seasons of 1,000-yard rushers, I think. He also has an all-time school record of 2,003 yards in 2019 after J.K. Dobbins. What an amazing resume at a power program. A team that's made the college football playoffs pretty regularly since it was implemented. It would be hard to turn that guy down if he wanted the role. I'm not even going to look at Will Friend. Not bad, but no thanks, pass. Just because you wear the AAU, I can't have you around me, near me, or in my vicinity. So thank you, but no thank you. And then we have Eric Mateos. Eric Mateos is on the younger side. Really impressive guy. Now, to back up a little bit, Baylor had a down season in 2020, but I think their 2019 season they had 11 wins. I think their 2021 season they had 10 or 11 wins. So a great football coach here in Eric Mateos. I'm not sure what happened in 2020. You had a head coach who left the program. You got a new head coach, and so they were working through some stuff there. But this last year, he kind of proved he could bounce back. His resume is really, really good as well. Had the third best scoring offense in college football with 43.5 points a game. Total offense, 7th in the country. Passing offense, 8th in the country. He had the BYU offensive line only allowed 12 sacks in 12 games, 8th best per game average in the country. And the list goes on and on and on. I think there was where's it at? I can't even find the stat. Oh yeah, here it is. 10 All-American honors overall. I mean, just unbelievable performance by this young coach. And I have nothing against Greg Studraw, but we just talked about how the NIL thing is adding a whole new problem set for coaches. And I think you're going to see younger coaches have maybe a little more energy than some of these older coaches who have been around and more veteranized. So I'm kind of leaning towards Eric. But if you could give me a choice, I would take Studraw in a heartbeat. They had the Buckeyes have been named the first team all 10 all Big Ten Conference 10 times under Studraw. He has a track resume of high performance. And if I can take away an offensive line coach from a team, I'm probably going to end up having to play in a college football playoff or national championship. That's a win. So I would like him, but if I can't get him, I'll take Eric Mateos, and Will Friend can stay in Auburn.